Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Yappin to the Beat podcast. I'm Brittany, and this is episode 2. So for anyone who's new here, this is your actual first encounter with the Yappin to the Beat podcast. I'd encourage you to go back and rewatch the introduction podcast. These are weekly podcasts where I get down and I sit down and I yap about music related topics, anything music related, anything that's pertaining to my music or anybody else's will go on this podcast. So this week has been a really interesting week because I'm recording this July 13th. This may go out, this will probably go out in August. Actually, I'm bulk recording these for right now. Just because I'm in the what I call a flow state currently. Let's put this down here so I'm not like eyeing the mic. But I'm currently in what I consider a flow state, and so I'm just doing what I'm doing now because of that flow state. We got some things today. There's not just yapping, but anyway, this week's been interesting because Leslie and I both got COVID. My symptoms started on Monday, which funnily enough is when I recorded the first episode of Yappin' to the Beat. But really came to a head for the both of us on Thursday, where it was just gnarly. I mean, not gnarly by cat's eye, but gnarly as in like it felt like I was dying. I'm still a little stuffy. You'll hear it, but I'm still a little stuffy. I have what I feel is now the accumulation of like a sinus infection, and I think that's how I'm going to start treating it going forward. But I'm in an okay state. I went to work out yesterday. Or not yesterday, but today, this morning. Goodness. I actually got a full body workout this morning because I have a fitness challenge that's going on right now, where I am attempting to get at like 1.5 miles per hour at the maximum incline of 15 for about an hour. We're at 21 minutes right now. I also did some weight. I'm starting to get into weights. And, actually not starting to get into weights. I'm no stranger to strength training, but weight training is something that I actually am. And so I'm having to start out completely, brand new. Right. I'm joking, but I'm actually being serious. This piece of hair is a paid actress. So I did the bar today and I did like 3 of those squats. So y'all can applaud for me because we're just starting out with the bar, and I was able to do the bar. I did some weight workouts, and then I did the endurance training that I'm currently working on. So it was eventful. I think it was like a 35 minute workout. I was sweating, and I think it did my body some good. So I wouldn't suggest you exercise and sweat if you're still with like a low grade or even like an actual fever. Like that's not something I would suggest. So don't do that. But if you're like me where you're just got what was an accumulation of a sinus infection, and you're not, you're testing negative and you're fine, and running a fever, a low grade, like a low impact, maybe full body workout where it's just low impact is fine. I think sweating helped get a lot of that out, but I do think this week is going to be about treating the rest of this. You can hear it in my voice, but it's just like a sinus infection, and I'm not a stranger to sinus infections personally. Like I get them all the time, especially during the summer. Man, we're grades away from Thursday where I not only felt like I was in agony, I lost my sense of taste and lost my sense of smell, and it was not fun. It was genuinely awful. I never want to go through that again. Leslie is a little bit worse for the wear, but she's starting to get better too. We're working on getting, because her stuff is all up in here too. So working on, thinning out that mucus and, giving her some tea and just boosting that immune system. And hopefully she will be better soon. But yeah, that was definitely a interesting. This is like maybe the third time I've got COVID. And each time is more interesting than the first, right? The first time I got COVID, I had the flu beforehand. So, or maybe I still had COVID then too, but I had a false negative. Because I was running like 103 fever for like a day. It was great. And by great, I mean it was terrible. So nothing compares to the first time, right? Second time was like an enhanced, these feel like an enhanced cold. This one felt like a cold flu mixed, right? Where my body ached so bad, and it still kind of does. But I think today it's kind of aching because I went to work out, right? So hopefully we'll get this taken care of in time. Again, don't go to the gym if you're still testing positive for COVID. Okay, don't do that. So we're kind of done with it. And then we'll have, I think I'll get one for Leslie around Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll see if she's still testing positive. They cleared her to go after Tuesday. If she's not running a fever, just wear a mask. But like, I don't particularly like that advice myself. Like, but anyway. All right, so COVID related stuff. Yeah, COVID's still around, y'all. Yeah, so just continue to be careful. And if you have, because you have, like, I have an autoimmune disorder. If you have your autoimmune friends, be careful. I was careless. I think because we went to the amusement park and to the arcade, I was careless last week, and that's what happens when you're careless and you're around a crowd. See, because OWA wasn't bad. It wasn't that crowded. We actually left before it got crowded. And that's on showing up like as it opens. But the arcade was, and that should have been my first sign, right, of trouble. So just make sure you're washing your hands, you're sanitizing your hands. If you catch things easily, maybe bring a mask when you're in crowded areas like this, because COVID's still going around. Anyway, so the actual topic of this podcast today is something came in the mail for Leslie and I today. Or not today, but this week. And that is Mark Lee's The First Fruit. Wow. Mark's The First album, The First Fruit. So what I want to do today is I want to unbox this or unpackage this with you guys. This is going to be my first unpackaging, so that's going to be fun, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. I think I may do an actual album lyrical breakdown. I may start a Patreon, and I may do it there, or I may do this on on Twitch, not Twitter. I don't have X. I don't have Twitter. So, or maybe make it a live stream. I could do that, and then put the VODs on Patreon if you miss it, because I don't know if I did something wrong in like setting my Twitch up, but something happened where it doesn't get the VODs. I don't know if maybe I signed up where you had to have a certain amount of like subscribers to do the VODs. I may have to look in, but I think I missed the shot. So what I have to do is I take the recordings of Streamlabs. Now it used to be Twitch Studio, but Streamlabs, and then I'm going to have to upload it to Patreon, I think, because your girl's not getting DMCA'd on her music channel. That's the last thing that's about to happen. I may make them into shorts and post them there. I may make it available for like a lower tier Patreon or Ko-Fi. But I would like to do those. I have thoughts, I have thoughts. Or if I have thoughts here and then I have extended thoughts that pass the podcast time, I may put that on Patreon. I may cut that and put that on Patreon, or Ko-Fi. I have a Ko-Fi already, so I may utilize that. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we're gonna unbox this or unpackage this. So we ordered this like some time ago. Where Leslie ordered this because she ordered this and was trying to get into a fan call. She got me one too, and it got caught up into customs for a while. So we just got them today, and we're gonna unpackage. First, we got the photo card. I don't know if this is the only photo card, but this is a photo card. So the Mark Lee. Look, it's Mark. Look at Mark. So you may be wondering, Brittany, why haven't you listened to this album yet? Like, are you even an in-citizen? And I'm like, yes, I am an in-citizen. But when this came out, I was in the throes of my I was peak songwriting era, right? And so when I was in peak songwriting era, I wasn't really listening to anything new, let alone anything old, let alone anything new, right? And it's kind of how it is. Now, I don't think I'm going to do my songwriting like that again. I think I'm just going to do the song as it comes, because that was torture. But it's got a little, it's like a little fold package. I mentioned in my Make It Gluten-Free series, like I'm in the process of filming that Make It Gluten-Free. And I don't have a color blue like that, so this is about the only color blue I actually have. But I wanted to kind of make it on theme, you know. We got another photo card. Okay, let's see if I can. Look at that, it's Mark. We got some makeup packs of peel, stick, and decorate. So we got some decorated stickers. The first fruit. And open up the stickers and show you guys what the stickers look like. Yeah. Forgive me for this. This is actually my first time unboxing anything. So we got the first fruit, and then a fruit. I'll learn a thing or two about lighting, I think. And then we've got Mark looking in his bag. That's me though. I like big bags like this. Mom, Dad, Bro, and him. That's so cute. They're little sheepies. They're little sheepies. That's so cute. World, listen to me. The stickers. For 3 a.m. I did like a few stickers, like sticker prints. This is a paper toy shop. This is cute. It's got an umbrella shop. And there's Mark with his little raincoat. I've always wanted to visit Vancouver. Welcome to Markland. But he was also born in Toronto. 1999. And then there's Vancouver. So this is super interesting because it's kind of... This is a map of Mark, but Vancouver and Toronto aren't that close. Vancouver is like on the other side of Canada, and Toronto is near New York. So it's a little map. It's kind of cool. Find Mark. He's hiding in different cities. Can you spot him? Let's see. Find Mark. Spot a Toronto maple syrup, a school bus, I think I found a little Mark here in Vancouver. The umbrella shop and the first fruit. Okay. So let's see if we can find There's hockey. And let's see here. Let's look for. I've never really been good at this. 9. Vancouver. First up, maple leaf. Haven't found the maple syrup yet. Let me see here. Oh. Can't find anything, huh? Oh, I found the school bus. Okay, so I found the school bus. So we found the school bus. Now we gotta find the... Guessing I found the umbrella shop. Which is here. So now we have the school bus, the umbrella shop. We need to find the first fruit. Let's see here. Let me find the first fruit. Let's see if we can find it together. I feel like Dora. Can you find the first fruit? Mark is here in Seoul. Let's see here. They're kind of hard to find, actually. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm missing something, right? No, I've got to find it. It's got to be in Toronto, right? Oh, wait. They made it easier for us here. Right, school bus. Toronto maple syrup. So it's got to be in here. I'm not sure why I'm not finding it. Maybe it's this leaf here. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you can help me find the little maple syrup or the first fruit where I can't seem to find the fruit. Because I have eyes, right? I'll have to kind of return back to this because I don't know where I'm finding it. Maybe I'm just taking this too seriously. We'll come back to it. Okay, so we have a book. It's Mark, the first album. Let me see if I can pose like Mark. Hold on. I don't know, I can't make it look that good, to be fair. There's Mark. Toronto's window. We could do a breakdown of the lyrics and stuff in another video for sure. Fraxia. Righteous. So there's the lyrics. So track 1 is Toronto's window, which I think is just looks like it's like spoken word. Like I said, this came out at a time where I was like really in the throes of my own mini album. So forgive me if I haven't heard all of these yet. And there's 1999, of course. Flight to New York City. Righteous. This is actually really well designed. Look at that. It's very coffee shop like. You know what I mean? Track 8 is watching, or track 6 is Vancouver. Track 7, Loser. Track 8, Watching TV. This is a whole album, by the way. I only released a mini album, but I was doing my own thing while this came out. 82 Preston. 200. It's track 10. Journey Mercies. It's track 11. And Mom's Interlude, track 12. So that's the end there. So we'll do a full breakdown of this. I plan to do that, but what track 13 is now? It's at the end. What? And then track 13 is Too Much. And I think that's the end. He's got credits here. I did not similar, but I did a lyric book as well. And from my experience, it's an interesting thing, or it's like a interesting experience. So if you go on my Bandcamp, and you buy the mini album, you get a lyric book. And I think I may go into that in another video, specifically because this is an unboxing video for right now. My thoughts on the package, what we got and stuff like that. But I may go into 1999. My sister was born in 1999, by the way. My little sister was born in 1999. But anyway, we'll go into lyrical breakdown, I think, in another video. So I want to kind of dedicate like a separate video to it. But he does a thanks to. He said, the first of the first fruits, I would like to offer my first album, The First Fruit, to the one and only God, the Almighty. That's right, because he's Christian. I am more than proud to serve this album to you. Thank you for allowing me to make one of the most meaningful decisions of my life. There is nothing that I can accomplish without you, and there is nothing that I wish to accomplish without you. All glory to God. From Mark. We'll have to do like a lyrical album breakdown for sure. Its own separate thing. And then I'll make a separate video about like the lyric book and going into how having to do that with like little resources. Here's Mark again, obviously. It's good to, so the outward package is super interesting. The out package is super like very 90s like, of course, because he was born in the 90s. But the lyric book and the photos got this very coffee shop, like downtown New York feel to it. Although, to be fair, I've never been to Toronto, or actually I've never been out of the country. So maybe it has more of a downtown Toronto feel. Y'all have to, if you're in Canada, you gotta let me know. It's definitely got that coffee shop vibe to it, I think. Very fall-like. And then there's the CD. It's a fruit. But yeah, and it's the last of the Mark posters. And then the CD, which if I have a little slight complaint about the packaging here, it would be the way that they have the CD kind of. The millennial in me is kind of cringing a bit. You have to be really careful not to scratch this, but it's cute. It's very cute. Printed with soy ink. I'll have to look into that. What is soy ink? Give me a moment. So we'll put this back. Got the photo cards here. I think this was really well done. I'm not a graphic designer, so maybe my opinion isn't like, I don't think my opinion is like word of God or anything, but I think this was packaged really, really well. Like really well done. Like in comparison to some of the photo, like the books and the albums that I did get from other K-pop artists, I think this was really well done. Like really well done. Very unique, I think. I like it. I love it. And we got, the photo cards. I'm gonna set these aside. Actually, I'm gonna put this in the collector's choice here. So I'm just put both of the photo cards in here in a safe spot. Yeah, that was very unique. I like that. Like I said, probably one of the cooler albums that I have. So, anyway, I spent most of this podcast talking about how I got COVID and how I was dealing with that, and then we talked about we just unboxed Mark's album together. Although I think a lot of you are probably like ahead of me there. But yeah, there may be a chance we can also listen to it together. If you wanted a first listener's opinion, we can do that. We'll absolutely do that. But for now, I'll leave it here. I think kind of talking about anything else, but the unboxing and Mark's album would probably like take away from we can do this. This is usually 30 minutes to an hour. I don't really want to run the clock up, right? And I don't really want to take away from what we just unboxed together. So I think I'm gonna leave it here today. And I'm Brittany. And if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.